One tiny mistake almost blew up my brand new motor. Today is part 4 of saving my first sports car. I thought I had everything under control until I got to the intake plenums. All I want to do is add a boost gauge in this unused hole, but the new one is drilled so off-center that it could crack. So my only option is to mix and match Japanese and US parts and hope that nothing goes wrong. I'm hosing everything down, tapping the hole, unleashing every wire wheel I own to make this upper look presentable, and convincing myself I'll finish this Frankenstein motor build by tonight, starting with a job that took me 8 months to complete the first time I tried. The upgraded motor mounts on my old engine were an absolute nightmare inside the car, but swapping them over here is pretty hard to mess up, right? That's nothing compared to the amount of stress this fancy looking crank pulley put me through when I realized it was larger than the stock one. But after a ton of research, I'm deciding to send it and hoping it doesn't come back to bite me later. At least by installing this colder upgraded Nismo thermostat, we'll be able to handle some of the extra heat that pulley will be generating. Of course, I ordered the wrong size oil cooler delete, but I'll definitely order the right one before we start the motor. Now, everything before this was an appetizer, and the main course of possible mistakes when putting a Japanese motor in an American car is transferring the entire US wiring harness and all of the sensors over to the JDM side. I'd love to use as many low-mile Japanese parts as possible, but when things like the starters look identical but mount on opposite sides and have different part numbers, it's not worth the risk. So I'm removing the harnesses from both motors, doing my best to remember where everything goes. So I'm happy to swap over my upgraded aluminum valve covers and my upgraded R8 coil packs that I specifically got in preparation for boost. And like clockwork, those low-mile Japanese injectors are completely different from the US ones. But everything's seemingly great until I catch this out of the corner of my eye. Were these wires shorting out all along? Did they take out my old motor? Or my drill caught them trying to remove this snapped bolt? Might as well dodge another bullet learning US injectors only fit the US manifold. So even though I feel like Keanu Reeves with the plenum boost sensor and headers installed, the one thing I missed is literally on camera, waiting to rear its ugly head so like and follow for part 5.